After an absolute incredible year exploring the South Island of New Zealand, our year abroad was coming to a close. But before we jumped on a plane back to Canada, there were still so many places that had to be checked off our bucket list. This is our North Island story, and welcome to the Aotearoa Diaries.
What's up everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Aotearoa Diaries. We are still traveling around. Like I said, we are on our own now, and I really haven't been able to keep you guys updated. So here's just a quick review of what we've been doing. The first day we headed, like I said, we were in Waitomo, and we did the Waitomo legendary black tube excursion or whatever it is. I'll throw a link down in the bio, but it was absolutely incredible. It was probably one of our favorite expeditions or paid little journeys that we did. You jump off some waterfalls, you see tons of glowworms, and it's just a really cool, unique experience. So I'd highly recommend that. So after that, we headed to Auckland to pick up some bags from Stray Tours and just kind of settled everything up with them. And then we headed to kind of the west coast on the outskirts of Auckland. We headed to Bethel's Beach. I'll throw some scenery right here. It was a beautiful spot. It was a little bit windy, but just the black beaches were beautiful, and I can see why it's such a prized destination for a lot of surfing. But yeah, after Bethel's Beach, we headed to Piha for the night to spend the night in the hostel, and yeah, we just kind of chilled out there for the night, and we're still in Piha now. We checked out the beach there, we checked out Lions Rock. It's just a beautiful place, but once again, it was just gusting wind, so we decided to do kind of a walk that's a little bit inland to Kiti Kiti Falls, which is the track that we're on now. So that's kind of got you guys up to date. Haven't really been taking too much footage, been a bit lazy, but I'm gonna get back into it here. And yeah, hopefully the last 6 days of our trip are as outstanding as it was for the first beginning part. So stick with it and then enjoy the Northlands of North Island of New Zealand.
So much to the poltergeist. Hold on to love, but it's frosting nice time. Much but a light from a falling sun.
Well, that was pretty awesome. What a little snorkel trip we've done. I wanted to do a snorkel trip about 7 or so days ago, and then timing just didn't work out, so I had to make sure to get to Goat Island, and it paid off. It's nothing like what I remember, or not what I remember. It's nothing like what you see down in the south side in like North America and down in like Caribbean and stuff like that. You don't see those tons of different varieties. Like I only saw a few different things, but the amount of snapper I saw and some of the size of the snapper were just insane. Like I swear I saw a 20-25 pounder, which just got me itching to get on the rocks and catch one of my own. So that was pretty sweet. And then to finish off, as you saw, with that black ray that swam by, was pretty mint. So we are now at our second stop of the day, and we're gonna do something that I've been looking forward to do all year, as is Maddie, and we're gonna go see our first kiwi. Not in the wild, but in a little sanctuary area. We are at Kiwi North, which is in Whangarei, up in the Northlands. So yeah, we're gonna check out a kiwi in about 10 minutes or so, and then just wander around the little museum and enjoy everything else the museum has to offer. So yeah, next thing you might see is a kiwi, so enjoy that.
Kiwis are nocturnal birds that are extremely difficult to find in the wild. Sanctuaries like Kiwi North assist in the breeding process, ensuring the birds are protected from predators we as humans introduce to their native lands. Along with finally seeing a kiwi, the sanctuary also contained a tuatara, which is a reptile that has been around for over 250 million years. The museum also contained the complete bone collection of several moas which went extinct around the end of the 15th century.
Okay, so we made it to our stop for the night. We made it to Russell after a long journey from Whangarei, which is where we stopped at the Kiwi house. You guys saw a little bit of that, and that was incredible. Like I said, Maddie and I have been looking forward to seeing a Kiwi all year.
We've been looking.
we kept an eye out on the roads, but as you start to realize the longer you live in New Zealand, you're less likely to see a Kiwi in the wild than I don't even know, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I've talked to so many people who live their whole lives here and they don't see a single one. So yeah, it was cool to actually just go into the Kiwi North Museum and the Kiwi House and see 2 Kiwis. We actually saw one poke it in the butt and they were playing together, and it was pretty cool. So
the other one ran away.
Yeah, we got a little bit of footage for you guys because technically we weren't supposed to be recording, so you're welcome. But like I said, we're now in Russell. It's a beautiful little harbor town on the Bay of Islands, and this is where my charter starts off tomorrow. So we're enjoying a beautiful charcuterie board. Maddie decided that we should spice things up tonight and have a beautiful charcuterie board. So we're enjoying that with our beautiful flowers picked by these little girls who we met near Goat Island.
On the side of the road.
Yeah, so pretty sweet. And we're just in a perfect little spot. So we're gonna sit down, muck this, and just relax and enjoy the sunset. So yeah, you'll see a little bit of that, but if not, I'll catch you in the morning, and it's time to go fishing. Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early. It is 6:25, and I'm just walking down to the Russell Wharf to meet my guide, Major Tom Charters, or whatever. I'm assuming his name's Tom. So yeah, just tracking out there right now. Gotta meet him there for 6:30, and then we're heading over to grab a couple other gentlemen at a separate wharf across the Bay of Islands, and then we're heading out to get to fish. And the target species today, I believe, is red snapper, and not just baby red snapper, big jumbo red snappers, 20-pounder plus snappers. So I'm not exactly sure the techniques that we're going to be using. I'm going to be strapping on the GoPro just because I don't really know too many people. I don't know the guide, I don't know the people I'm with, so probably just a lot of GoPro footage today. But yeah, I'm jacked up. Haven't been fishing in like 12-13 days, so I'm itching, and I haven't caught a snapper, so I'm ready to check that off the bucket list. But yeah, I'm jacked up, got my coffee, and I'm ready to get on this boat and get to jigging.
All year, I look forward to fishing the Bay of Islands and chasing after the notorious red snapper. To start the charter, we filled the live well with bait, which the locals call slimies. We then sliced up our catch and used bottom bouncing rigs to target the snappers that feed deep in the bottom watering column. Although we didn't catch any giants, it was an amazing experience and provided me with some sights that I will never forget.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, nice.
I think that's better than the first one. Cookie cutters. Bad one. Pretty fish.
Yeah, they are right.
Get those beautiful blue dots. Nice orange on them. That's why they're picking at it right there. Their teeth are crazy. Okay, so we have made it to Doubtless Bay. We had a pretty fun day, just a relaxing day though. It wasn't too much to film just because nobody wants to see people laying out on the beach. But we ended up going to Cooper's Beach, which was pretty awesome. I did a little bit of rock fishing. I got a nice big beautiful burley bag, which anybody back home, it's chum bag of bait, and I put it down, and about 3 minutes in a shark comes up and just bites the bottom of it, and the burley just sinks out, and then the fish had a time with it and then they left. But yeah, other than that, I tried to do a big day of fishing. Big shout out to Major Tom Fishing Charters this morning. It was really cool to get out and go after snapper. I got kahawai and snapper under the belt, and kingfish is kind of slowly slipping away the odds of me catching one, but I got 2 of the 3 that I wanted to catch. But yeah, it was a good time. We weren't quite on the chew. Apparently the timing was just a bit off, but it was still pretty epic to get out on a boat. It's been a while, and just enjoy the beautiful sights of Bay of Islands. But yeah, like I said, we're in Doubtless Bay now, which is a little bit off the beaten path. We got a sweet little sunset, and tomorrow is another day of just lounging around and taking in beautiful Northlands weather. We're heading to Matai Bay, and yeah, I might do a little snorkeling, might do a little bit more fishing, and Maddie's gonna do some reading and soaking in a beautiful New Zealand sun. But yeah, it's a little bit choppy this video just because I haven't been quite on the camera, but after like 22 days it kind of gets tiring. So hope you guys are still enjoying, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning. Alright, so we are at Matai Bay, and I apologize for the lighting, but the sun is overhead right now and there's no good lighting options. So it's a beautiful 25 degrees and it is gorgeous out right now. I just did a little bit of a walk along the rocks. I didn't bring the GoPro at all just because I didn't have too much faith, but I did catch a giant mullet, but no game fish, didn't see any kingies, no kahawai or anything. And yeah, I was just chilling and fishing a little bit. Maddie was reading her book and soaking in the sun. It's honestly just such a gorgeous day, and it's really making us not want to head home, that's for sure. But yeah, it is outgoing tide right now. We are gonna just sit and soak up some more sun, and yeah, then we're gonna head back to the campsite that we stayed at last night, and we're gonna do some surf casting there because apparently it's not too bad. And yeah, I'd love to get Maddie hooked up on a fish before we leave New Zealand. So that's kind of the game plan for the day. It's just relaxation nation, and yeah, we're just soaking it all in.
These days are slow and I'm caught inside. I'm in my head and I'm spinning around.
Alright, so we just finished up at Cape Reinga, which is the lighthouse at the most northern part of the North Island. Pretty cool spot. We saw the clash of the Pacific Ocean and the Tasmanian Sea. Saw their currents kind of going in. They're 2 different colors, so that was kind of cool. And now we are at the sand dunes.
The Great Sand Dunes.
The great sand dunes, and we're gonna rip down some hills. And that's our plan.
Let's get to it. Go! 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 One shot. One opportunity. Will I catch it or will I let it slip? Alright. Keep going. That's about it. There she goes. Here she comes. Lord help us all. Whoa.
What a thrill.
Hello, is there anybody out there? I've got my door on
It has been 9 months since we left New Zealand, after 11 months exploring some of the most amazing places in the world.
We knew it was time to come home and reunite with our extremely missed families. New Zealand, we want to thank you. You stole a piece of our hearts, united us with some of our best friends, and gave us memories we will talk about for the rest of our lives.
To the people who made our experience that much more special, thank you. We are beyond grateful we met you, and are happy that together we stamped our marks on the slice of heaven that is New Zealand. And with that, we would like to conclude our New Zealand story.
Thanks to all those who followed along.